Hi, everybody. Once again, my name is Byron Bullock, and I'm here to teach you guys some smooth jazz guitar licks, some more. Okay. Um, I want to thank you guys for putting out the comments and sending me back some really good comments and stuff like that. That you guys are actually getting something out of these videos on learning how to play solos over different chord arrangements and stuff like that, and understanding the 7 note process, which that's all the notes that you're playing, 7 notes. And I just really appreciate that. I want you guys to know that. I don't have time to come out and thank everybody personally, but from time to time I do read the comments, and I said, okay, these guys want me to come back out here and do another video. I got to do that. So anyway, I'm here, and I did get something from one of my subscribers that he says, Byron, I want you to teach us how to do the octaves, how to play the octaves in the different arrangements. I says, okay, I can do that. And I'm gonna show you guys some other stuff too that you could kind of put in your toolbox when you're playing jazz, smooth jazz, or any type of jazz. It's still just 7 notes, okay? And I know we probably discussed this on the last video about the different modes. And I don't want you guys to get confused about modes, because so many people will confuse you about modes. You just want to take the book, crash it up, and throw it away. I would do the same thing. But anyway, we're going to simplify that. We have 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we play the 8 note, it just brings us back to the 1 note, which is the octave. 8 notes equals an octave. And 7 notes is all we're playing. So we're not adding any notes or in any kind of way to this C major scale, okay? So I want you guys to clearly understand that. And that can be in any key. We always need to find y'all know, our house first. Once we find our house, we can go from there, because it's just the 7 notes from the house that we're going to be playing. So anyway, I want to unpack that about the different modes so you guys won't get confused. Oh, modes, oh, it's the end of the world, oh, run. No, don't do it. So the first mode is Aeolian. That's going to be the first note in the C major scale, Aeolian. And then the second note is going to be Dorian. That's the second note in the C major scale. And the third note is going to be Phrygian, which is the third note in the C major scale. The fourth is Lydian. Okay, that's the fourth note in the C major scale. The fifth note is going to be Mixolydian, which is the fifth note in the C major scale. And then we have Aeolian, which is going to be the sixth note in the C major scale. And then we have B, which is Locrian. That's going to be the seventh note in the scale. So when you give them a name, it's just Aeolian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. And that's it. I don't care. You can go all around the world and come back. That's all it is. All you're doing is giving names to the numbers in the scale. So that's all modes are about. You're giving names to the numbers in the scale. So don't get confused by that. Don't let anyone confuse you by that, because y'all know we gonna keep it simple, because I want that you guys really understand this and have a great comprehension about what we're actually doing and what we're working with, okay? Now, let's go back to what one of my subscribers asked for. And if you guys ask for stuff, I'll pop in there, I'll come out and try to do videos on it. But let's look at our octaves, okay? Octaves are the same 7 notes. That's all we doing. It's the same 7 notes. And when we say octaves, it's 1 to 8. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have that octave there. So from 1 to 8 is an octave. Don't get confused with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octave. Okay? So we got that. Now, if we look at that, that's an octave. So if we play the Dorian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an octave on the Dorian. If we go to the third note in the C major scale, which is the Phrygian, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So and so forth and so on in every note that's in that C major scale. So if we look at that and we know our octaves, we know our scale positions from 1 to 7 all the way to 8, which is an octave, we can play that. So we can go. Those are octaves. 1 to 8 is an octave. So now you know the modes. Watch. That's our octaves. Don't be confused. Don't try to add to it. Don't try to make it complicated because it's not. So for you complicated guys out there, because I know some of y'all want to, but you're making it too complicated. You get too serious with it. So just if I play this mode, which is the Aeolian, the first note in the C major scale, la 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 la, I can go. All right. Now, if I play the Dorian, da 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 da, watch. It's the same exact thing. I'm just following the scale, the notes in the scale, the modes in the scale, the numbers of the scale. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not changing anything from what we originally previously studied. It's the same exact thing. So I don't want you guys to make that complicated or think that you can't do it. Octaves is the same thing. So if I'm going da 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 da, it's the same thing. Da 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 da. Now you don't have to just play it in that sequence. Just like I tell you guys all the time, mix it up, man. Mix it up. Don't play the note da 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 da. Mix it up. Mix it up. Same thing with the octave. So you go. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything that you guys cannot do. So don't be impressed by what I'm doing. Just learn from what I'm trying to show you because it's really simple. And I'm not out here once again to show off my guitar skills. Y'all know I'm not about that because you cannot learn anything from anyone like that. Just out here just doing a whole bunch of this and that. And they're not breaking it down to show you this is all I'm doing, man. So all I'm doing is following that same scale pattern. And how many notes are playing? 7 notes. Once again, I'm not doing anything complicated. I'm just following the scale. So if I played the Phrygian, that's all I'm doing. So now later, once I finish showing y'all a couple of more things that I want y'all to put in your toolbox today, I'm gonna put on a backing track, a smooth jazz backing track, and I'm gonna show y'all how to work these octaves with the arpeggios and how to work that with the scale modes, which is just the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Once again, Iolian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. And that's in any key that you play. It's not going to change. It's like this: major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, back to the major. That's in any key on your instrument, whether it's keyboard, saxophone, ukulele, I don't care what you're playing. It's the same thing. It's just 7 notes, okay? That's it. And I want you guys to have that. And don't get around some of these real technical cats that are going to try to confuse you. Oh, man, you can't play this and can't play that with just 7 notes. Oh, yes, you can, because there's only 7 notes in that scale, And if you add in the sharps and the flats, which then you go into chromatics, it's 12 notes with sharps and flats. Come on. And I'm going to show you how to mix all of that up too, because chromatics work really good with the octaves and all that other stuff. So let's go over a little bit of that. Since y'all do have the octaves, you're just still following the scale, okay? That's octaves. From 1 to 8 is an octave, okay? Now, let me show y'all some of the tricky stuff. This is the stuff I like. When I say tricky stuff, it's like if I do something like, see what I just done? I played the Dorian mode of the C major scale. I'll do it again. Now watch what I do. I'll come from that D, and if I add this note, then you get some kind of like Benson sound. Now, I want to show you, because all I'm doing is just following those 7 notes. So if I do something like my pentatonic scale, don't leave that one out, because that's Aeolian. Ba, 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 ba. That's the relative minor of the C major, okay? Now, I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I do, that when you hear some of the like really smooth jazz stuff, and you hear them doing little stuff, and you be like, wonder how they doing that. Here we go. If you look at it and I play something like, I'm gonna do it again because we teach it. We ain't trying to show off. Now watch this. See what I just done? Now watch this. Do that. So that's when you hearing all that smooth stuff like. Now, watch. Now we're going to go back to our friend that wanted the octaves. That's when you got some of that little sweet stuff in there. You see what I'm saying? So when you go doing it slow so you guys can get that. I hammered on that. Then you can turn around when you do this. You can turn around and add that octave note in there. On the top end, this note right here. So you got. See? Now that's some of the little sweet stuff. I got a bunch of other stuff that I can give you guys. I don't want to get too carried away. But just play the scales, the octaves, and now your arpeggios. I don't know if I showed y'all this one, but I'm going to go over it again. We're going to follow that scale. We're going to follow that scale. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and so forth and so on. And you follow that scale. So you're back here. When you go, you're back to that chord right there, the C major. And you can carry it on up if you want to, because it's still right there. How many notes did I play? 7 notes. 7. I'm looking at y'all. 7 notes, man. No more than that. So just keep it real with the 7 notes, okay? Now what I'm going to do, since we understand octaves, and I know y'all can't ask me no questions unless you write it in the little comment thing, but I'll be listening. But just keep it simple. Do not put a lot of thought into this, because it's outside of the 7 notes. And if you guys been practicing following that scale, y'all ought to be nailing it to the wall with solo and over chords and different stuff like that in any key, because it don't matter. It's the same 7 notes, just in a different key. So what I want you guys to do is to start now practicing the octaves. I'm going to show you how to use them, because you can use them any kind of way that you want to use them, in any order that you want. It doesn't matter how you do it. It's what's in your heart, what's in your mind to be creative. If you're in the studio, or if you out performing a concert, or whatever you're doing, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just do it. Let it flow, man. And what I'm gonna do, this backing track that I'm gonna play for you guys, I'm gonna take and put a link to it below, because I think in some of my past videos I may have forgotten to put a link to the backing track. And some of those backing tracks I created myself, so I probably just didn't put it up there. But anyway, I'm gonna remember now to put the backing track up, so you guys can follow those backing tracks. And you can pull up some backing tracks too on the internet as well to follow, because the same system, the 7-note system, applies to any music. Any jazz you pull up, it's going to apply. Whether you're playing a 2-5-1 or whatever, 6-2-5-1, it doesn't matter. Or you're playing smooth jazz, fusion jazz, it doesn't matter. You're just going to find your house first. Oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys today too. How you find your house. So if you look at, we're in C, and I know once you find your house, you can solo over anything. But I want to show you guys a little trick on how that you don't get lost. You can take that 2nd note in that major C. If I was to play in the key of D, say D minor 9, how I find my house to solo, I could solo off the pentatonic, but let me show you guys how I find my house. I'm going to get in the camera so you can see. See this note right here in that chord? That F? I don't care if you go on the moon, that's your house. So if I turn that around, you see, that's my house. So if I went to an E minor 9, what's gonna be my house? Just look at that note right there. That's your house. That G is your house. That's your house all day, is that G. Now, you're thinking about, what if I'm playing a B minor? Where's my house? Always remember, if you're playing this chord right here, I'm just showing you another chord to find your house real quick. That's the relative minor of that D. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6. That B is the 6th note in the D major scale, in any key. You go find that 6th note. And that's going to be the minor to the major to that D. So that's D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm playing this is going to be my house right here in that minor. For that minor, it's going to be D. So if I play A, then C. If I play G, it's going to be B flat. B flat. So C sharp, no, B flat. Yeah, B flat, A sharp, B flat, right there. And that's if I played a C down here. Then that E flat is gonna be my solo part. You see, I'm right there. So you'll never get lost. You'll never be like, oh, where's my house? If I play that minor C and I play that major E flat right above that minor C, see? This is my house. It's gonna always be my house. My house. My house. My house right there. And so you know you could solo from that. Da, 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 da. 7 notes again. Dorian. You see what I'm saying? So it's how you find your house. And once you find your house, you know, once again, it's major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor, back to major. So it's just that simple when you solo, and that way you don't never be lost. You see? So now I'm gonna go take a little break here. I'm gonna change up, get ready for my backing track. I'm gonna pull up a backing track so you guys can see now how to use these different octaves playing over a backing track, and then mixing in some arpeggios, mixing in your 1, 2, 3, 4, following the scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't make it complicated. I'll be right back. Okay. was kind of getting carried away there. But just to give you guys an example of how you play the octaves, don't make it complicated. I wasn't giving it thought of what I was playing. I was just following this 7 note scale. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything miraculous that's gonna like make the heavens open up or the sky bust open. None of that, man. I'm not doing anything you guys can't do. So I want to encourage you guys to stick with it in the comment section. Um, if you guys just want me to target certain things, like the one subscriber said he wanted to know how to deal with octaves, and just put something in the comments of something that you may be struggling with or finding you or thinking you're struggling with. Because once you got the 7 note system, you should be like a Greyhound bus going down the highway, full speed, Jack. And nothing should be holding you back because there's no limits once you understand the 7 note system. You know, once you understand it and you have a mental in your mind, like, wait, I'm just playing 7 notes any kind of way that I want to play them, any kind of way that I feel. All I got to do is find my house. Byron said, all I have to do is find my house. And all of them 7 cats live in that house. Just remember that, okay? And I'm gonna see you guys on the next video. But I thank you guys for the compliments once again. And I will try to come out here and do another video based on the comments that y'all put in there and what you're struggling with or what you need. And I'll just do videos on that, okay? That's cool. That's easy for me. You guys take care of yourself, and I'll do the same. And so I can show up and do another video for you guys. I'll check you guys later, man. Bye for now.